What's up, everybody? It is Broken Havoc right here on the Broken Havoc podcast, here to review Monday Night Raw from May 24th, 2021. Instead of calling this show Monday Night Raw, I'm going to call this Monday Night Rematch Mania, because this show has a bunch of rematches that we have already seen that were already made into rematches weeks before, but hey, WWE loves doing rematches, and the fact that they're doing a lot of rematches here is a pretty good sign. It's a pretty good sign in which WWE has no idea what they're doing, especially on this show. A lot of the stuff that's happening on the show makes absolutely no sense. It's stupid and boring, if anything. But yeah, the show starts with MVP, just like last week, introducing the almighty WWE Champion Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley comes out, and, he comes out with a lot of girls, just like last week, which I didn't have my Raw review up because there were some issues with YouTube last Tuesday, so I'm back with my Raw review. I forgot to mention that, but yeah. Bobby Lashley comes out with a lot of girls, just like last week, and, of course, MVP asks for an explosive round of applause to Bobby Lashley, the almighty. Says that there is exciting news. Then he talks about WWE leaving the Thunderdome. Of course, as you guys know, WWE is leaving the Thunderdome, and they're going back on the road in July, so that's going to be awesome. I'm so excited to see fans back for both WWE and AEW. It's going to be awesome. Says that life is great. Talks about Drew McIntyre. Lashley says he beat McIntyre at Mania and at WrestleMania Backlash. Says that he does not want to see McIntyre anymore. MVP states that they tried to move on, and then they later proceed to talk about what happened last week, of course, when they issued that open challenge. Kofi came in and basically beat Bobby Lashley with the help of McIntyre. Then Drew McIntyre comes out and says that says that their business is his business. That's some mega WWE babyface type shit right there. His business is getting back the WWE Championship. Says he wants a one-on-one rematch. Says deep down Lashley does not measure up to Drew McIntyre. Asks the ladies if Bobby Lashley has any balls, which I mean, like, what the hell? Talks about Lashley getting beat by Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston later comes out, talks about how he pinned Lashley and what happens after that. He says it again, basically. He repeats what he says. McIntyre states, "You're welcome." And Kofi says that he challenged Lashley because he never got, and hear this, he never got his title rematch. Hey, guys, look, WWE's going to be focusing on continuity here. Like, look, Kofi Kingston's title run was awesome, but the way he lost the title was an embarrassment. Not only with WWE, but it was an embarrassment to Fox, and it was an embarrassment to the entire wrestling industry. They spent all this time building up Kofi Kingston only to lose the title in 5 seconds. That was one of the dumbest booking decisions WWE has ever made. And he states that, he never got his WWE title rematch. He should have gotten his rematch 2 years ago. 2 years ago. But, look, I'm glad Kofi is back in the mix, but, now you're relying on Kofi. Like, you should have relied on Kofi. He should have been a main event guy the entire time, in my opinion. I mean, I'm glad Kofi's in it, but it's still really stupid when he said that, because I'm like, bro, this guy should have gotten his rematch, but you guys messed it up yourselves. WWE messed it up themselves for having Kofi lose in 5 seconds. 5 seconds, bro. That was if not the worst booking decision WWE has ever made. Actually, no, I'll top that. The Hell in a Cell 2019, that was one of the worst booking decisions that WWE has ever made. But yeah, states that McIntyre got rematch after rematch. Then Adam Pearce comes out, states that it's McIntyre versus Kingston, and whoever wins faces Lashley at Hell in a Cell. Great. So we go to commercial break, and we have this match start up right now. Well, first off, before that, we got Braun Strowman talking about WWE going back on the road. So throughout the entire show, we had wrestlers backstage talking about WWE going back on the road in these cringe-worthy segments. These segments were so cringe, I wanted to change the channel. Like, honestly, if you want to know a lot of the issues with WWE, it's the fact that they overscript their talent, and I keep saying this over and over again, and if this is not overscripting talent, I don't know what is. These vignettes or these small little segments that WWE's putting out about them going back on the road, just put a video package instead of having your... See, like, if you want to know why a lot of people drove away from the product, it's stuff like this. I mean, a lot of people just want to see awesome stuff and just want to see, like, compelling storylines that people are invested in, but instead they got shit like this. It is what it is. Kofi Kingston versus Drew McIntyre. What can I say about the match? The match was all right. It was not the best match I've seen, but both lock up. They basically their lockup breaks out in the corner. Both lock up again. We get a side headlock by Kingston. McIntyre works on the arm of Kingston. We get a shoulder tackle by McIntyre. McIntyre plants Kingston to the mat. We get a right hand by McIntyre on Kingston. We get a drop kick on McIntyre. We get a Russian leg sweep by Kingston. We get he proceeds to drop on McIntyre. We get a cover and a 1 count. Kick blocked by McIntyre. We get a couple chops by McIntyre. Stomps to the head of Kingston. Kingston counters the powerbomb attempt on McIntyre and takes him outside the ring. Flies over the top rope. Kingston is in the shoulders of McIntyre. Then he drops Kingston face first to the apron, which looked horrible. Continues to work on Kingston. We get a belly-to-belly suplex on McIntyre. Drops Kingston on the barricade. Stomps on McIntyre. Suplex on Kingston. We get a cover and a near fall. Kofi begins to fight back. We get a drop kick off the middle turnbuckle on McIntyre. We get a chop by Kingston. Drop kick on McIntyre. Kofi applies a guillotine, but McIntyre hits a suplex on Kingston, which looked awesome, by the way. We get a cover and a 2 count. Sends Kingston in the corner. Stomps on the chest of McIntyre. Cover and a 1 count. Works on McIntyre in the corner. Kofi goes to the top. McIntyre comes back and hits a couple right hands. McIntyre also goes to the top. We get a headbutt by Kingston. We get a crossbody / frog splash caught by McIntyre, and it hits a Michinoku driver, which looked badass, by the way. We get a cover and a near fall. Lashley comes in. McIntyre and Kingston are on the top rope. We get a side suplex off the top rope. Then Lashley... So when Lashley comes in, they go to commercial break, and they've been doing this. This is a repeated thing that WWE is doing, probably to continue writing the show because they have no idea what's going to be going on. Literally, they are doing this every freaking week. So basically, during a match, you have a wrestler come in, trying to interfere in the match. He's walking down the ramp. We go to commercial break, and all of a sudden, they're on commentary. That is so stupid. But yeah. We get a cover and a 2 count. Kofi fights back. McIntyre hits a couple right hands. McIntyre tries to go for a future shock DDT, but Kofi counters into a roll-up, but McIntyre hits a spine buster. Powerbomb by McIntyre. We get a cover and a near fall. McIntyre runs to the ring post. Kofi goes to the top. We get a frog splash on the back of McIntyre. We get a cover and a near fall. McIntyre goes outside the ring. Basically, Kofi goes to the top rope. He drops McIntyre. We get an SOS by Kingston. Then we get a cover and a near fall. Then, who do you know? Lashley and MVP come in and interfere, and the match ends in a disqualification in typical WWE fashion. Honestly, one of the reasons why nobody watches this show is that there's a lot of freaking disqualifications, and that's another reason as to that's another assumption and another that's basically proof, I would say, that WWE has no idea what they're doing with the show and just literally throwing I don't even want to say throwing everything out of the book, but they're just putting stuff that makes absolutely no sense. But yeah, we get a package of Charlotte earlier in the night being confronted by Rio Ripley. Rhea wishes her good luck, but then Rhea continues to speak, and she sounds extremely scripted. Nikki Cross comes in out of nowhere and basically challenges anyone that can beat her in 2 minutes. Rhea says that her and Nikki and everybody else in the women's division do not like Charlotte Flair. I mean, the fans do not like Charlotte Flair either. Then Rhea accepts Nikki Cross's 2-minute challenge. Why does Nikki Cross even have a 2-minute challenge, first off? She's not even being booked as a mega force, I would say. But she's not why is Nikki Cross in the mix? It makes absolutely no sense. This is so dumb. Then we get a video package with Eva Marie. You guys know my thoughts on Eva Marie. Look, I will give her a shot, but if she's not good in the ring, I will basically say she's not good in the ring. But if she has improved, I will say she's improved. So I'm going to give her one chance because her last run was terrible. My God, this is like literally WWE. I swear to you, they posted a whole video on YouTube talking about Eva Marie's greatest moments. Eva Marie, if that does not speak clueless when it comes to WWE, and look, Eva Marie, look, I will say this, look, I will give Eva Marie a chance, but like WWE, I have no faith in WWE mainly because these are the same people that posted a whole compilation video on YouTube talking about Eva Marie's greatest moments. Nobody remembers any moments about Eva Marie. I'm being 100% honest. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I just think like that's just so dumb. But yeah. Next we get Nikki Cross versus Rio Ripley in a 2-minute beat the clock challenge. Why is this match happening? I don't know why. Rhea puts down Cross. Cross tries to come after Ripley, picks up Cross. Cross escapes. Forearm by Cross, jawbreaker by Cross. Cross goes to the top and hits a crossbody. We get a cover and a 2 count. We get a dropkick by Ripley, works on Cross. Then the time is up. So basically Ripley continues on to just punish Nikki Cross, and then basically the time is up. So she didn't beat Nikki Cross in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. That I mean, and look, Rhea Ripley is the champion, so that's the way you want to treat your champion. I mean, like, go ahead. I mean, again, stuff like this makes absolutely no sense. Why is Nikki Cross in the mix? It's so stupid. Then Charlotte comes out, and we got Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. So we go to commercial break, then we get a not a video package, or a backstage mini segment with Damian Priest talking about WWE going back on the road. We got one with like Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, one with Damian Priest, one with Jeff Hardy. These are all cringe. I'm sorry, like, promote it a better way instead of doing this garbage. Come on now, man. Like, you gotta stop. WWE needs to stop with this cringe. If they want to know why their ratings have got, like, literally, when WWE tries to change their, like, when they try to, like, fix the show, they fix everything besides the entire product as a whole. And what I mean by that is, look, when the ratings are down, either A, they're gonna bring the ratings up by bringing back legends, for example, Raw Legends Night, or B, they're just gonna change up the whole set and be like, oh, look, we got a new set. But no, none of that crap is gonna change the ratings, and it's only for a week. It, like, you're gonna have the ratings boost like for a week, but then like after that, nobody's gonna care anymore. Stuff like that needs to change. They need to change this garbage, this just absolutely terrible television. They just have to change that, because Raw is by far, I will say, the worst show of 2021. It's the worst show in the history of television right now. And I swear to you, I'm gonna laugh if these people try to go for an Emmy again. They try to get nominated for an Emmy, and I'm like, bro, this show tries to get nominated for a freaking Emmy? Get out of here! No. Watch that happen. I swear, WWE's gonna be like that. It's gonna be the funniest thing ever. But yeah, and I don't want to like crap on WWE a lot, because like I've been a fan of them for like 10 years, but over 10 years. But like, I mean, dude, fix your show, man. Like, this show is absolutely garbage. It's terrible. What haven't I said that everybody else has? Like, literally, everybody's telling every other YouTuber and everybody else is telling the viewer the same thing. Raw is such a bad show, and I can't disagree. This show is bad. We got Asuka versus Charlotte Flair, which I know what you guys are going to say. This match happened last week. We got a rematch, which that makes no sense. I thought last week was a number 1 contenders match. So if anything, Asuka should get the freaking title shot instead of Charlotte. But we all know Charlotte is going to eventually bury Rhea Ripley and get the title back. Let's be 100% honest. But yeah, I mean, why is this match happening? Why is this match happening? This match happened last week. We don't want to see it again. Okay, we don't want to see it again. This is basically 50-50 booking. Charlotte wins this match. This is 50-50 booking. All right. Both lock up. Asuka kicks, but Charlotte ducks in the corner. We get a waistlock by Asuka. We get a takedown by Charlotte. We get a reversal by Asuka. Takedown and cover by Charlotte. Asuka escapes the submission. We get a kick by Asuka. Kick Charlotte face first on the turnbuckle. Hip attack by Asuka. We get a second hip attack, but Charlotte counters into the back of the left knee, or you can call that a chop block, whatever you want to call it. Charlotte works on the left knee of Asuka. Asuka escapes. Charlotte is outside. Asuka misses a jump. Charlotte drives Asuka on the steps, knee first. Flair continues to target the knee of Asuka. We get a cover by Charlotte, a near fall. Asuka tries to fight back. We get a Boston Crab by Charlotte on Asuka. A roll-up by Asuka. Armbar by Asuka. Charlotte escapes. A hip attack attempt by Asuka. Charlotte catches Asuka and plants her to the mat. Charlotte goes to the top. We get a moonsault by Charlotte, but Asuka counters into a German suplex. A hip attack in the corner by Asuka. Kick by Asuka. Hip attack by Asuka. Near fall. Flair drives Asuka's head on the top rope. We get basically Charlotte drives her knee on the ring post. We get a sliding knee on the apron on Charlotte by Asuka. Chops by Charlotte. Boot by Charlotte, but Asuka counters into a knee. Cover into a near fall. Armbar by Asuka. Charlotte escapes. Both go back in the ring. Back and forth by both Asuka and Charlotte. Elbow by Charlotte. Cover into a near fall. Charlotte targets the knee. Kick by Asuka. Kicks in the corner by Asuka. Backbreaker by Charlotte. Charlotte misses a moonsault, but Charlotte hits a standing moonsault. Cover into a near fall. Asuka applies the Asuka lock, but Charlotte reaches in for the pin attempt and wins the match. So, Charlotte will face Rio Ripley at Hell in a Cell with the obvious result of being Charlotte Flair winning the Raw Women's Championship. Lord help us all. Just saying that. Lord help us all, because nobody wants to see that. The ratings are going to go down again. Like, look, they tried to put her on NXT. It did not help. They tried to put Charlotte on NXT. Not only that, they gave her the belt. They gave her the NXT title, the NXT Women's Championship on Charlotte, and it did not help the ratings whatsoever for NXT, which, you know, why would you put Charlotte back on NXT anyway? Why? Because there's new competition? I mean, it would make no sense. Like, Charlotte going down to NXT is the same thing of Edge challenging for the NXT Championship. It's a stupid assumption. You know what I mean? But, like, in this case, I mean, like, Charlotte is going to be challenging Rio Ripley, and we all know Rio Ripley is going to lose the Raw Women's Championship, and it's going to suck for all of us. Because then we have to see Charlotte again. Nobody wants to see Charlotte. Look, I am not a big fan of Charlotte. I hate the fact that they keep overexposing her instead of making new stars. Literally, you have talent right there. You have Shayna Basler, but you don't do anything with her. You don't do any... Bro, next week they're going to freaking book a match between Reginald and Shayna Basler. Yes, like, why? Whatever. All right. Lashley's backstage. Then all of a sudden, someone comes in and says that Pierce is asking for Lashley. Then, who do you know? MVP and Lashley are backstage with Adam Pierce. Talks about the rematch next week and states that if Lashley interferes, he will be suspended for 90 days without pay. Damn. Suspended for 90 days without pay. We all know it's not going to happen. It's probably either going to result in McIntyre winning or either resulting into a interference out of nowhere by somebody else, and it's probably going to end up being a triple threat. I don't even know what the hell is going to happen at Hell in a Cell when it comes to the WWE title match. I'm going to be straight up. Like, the WWE Championship picture is so uninteresting at this point. It's not even funny. Like, the Universal title, I am more invested in that title right now than I am with the WWE title, mainly because Roman Reigns is holding the Universal Championship. But yeah. Cedric Alexander versus Shelton Benjiman. Who do you know? This is the same thing that we have seen for the previous weeks. Basically, Cedric Alexander cuts a promo, talks about why they got kicked out of the Hurt Business, blames it all on Shelton Benjiman, and yada, yada, yada. We've seen this these previous past few weeks. I mean, who cares? Who honestly cares? We've seen this match already. First off, they should have put this match on like a pay-per-view or something, but instead, no, they had to put it on Monday Night Raw. But hey, what do you know? WWE doesn't care. All right, the match starts. Basically, Shelton tries to go after Cedric. Shelton works on Cedric. Drives Alexander in the corner. We get a devastating shoulder tackle on Alexander. Works on Alexander in the corner, an elbow by Benjamin. Kicks by Benjamin on Alexander. Takes Alexander outside the ring. Drives Alexander on the barricade. Kick to the midsection on Shelton. Insecurity by Benjamin. Alexander goes to the top. Benjamin also goes to the top. Picks up Alexander. Hurricane Rana by Alexander. Cover and a near fall. Kicks on Benjamin. Continues to work on Benjamin. Benjamin fights back. Knee by Alexander. Drop kick by Alexander. Cover and a near fall. Kicks on Benjamin. Clothesline by Benjamin. Clothesline on the turnbuckle. Spinebuster by Benjamin. Roll up by Alexander. Benjamin kicks out. Spinning kick by Benjamin. German suplexes by Benjamin. Cedric escapes later on. Then we get a neutralizer by Alexander. Cover and a 3 count. Cedric Alexander beats Shelton Benjiman. Okay, where does this lead Cedric Alexander? Mid-card status? Maybe the U.S. title picture? I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know what the hell they're going to be doing with Cedric Alexander. I mean, first off, they shouldn't have split up the Hurt Business to begin with. That was a dumb move by WWE. I swear, every time something gets cool in WWE and the fans are starting to love it, WWE always either A, they once they see that something is getting popular, either A, they just overexpose it and it's not cool anymore and people are like, bro, I don't want to see this crap anymore. Or B, they just ruin it and just be like, yeah, we're not going to give you that. It's so stupid. I feel like this company does nothing right. They sometimes do things right, but hey, what can you do? Now, one match that I really loved in this show was Xavier Woods versus Riddle. Now, as you guys know, what happened last week, Xavier Woods basically, Riddle and Xavier Woods were basically, I don't want to say exchanging blows, but they were arguing about what happened with Randy Orton. But I will say, this was by far the best match of the night. This match was awesome. Xavier Woods is phenomenal, and Riddle is awesome too. Match starts, both lock up. We get a takedown by Riddle. We get technical wrestling attempts by both. We get a bro mission by Riddle. Woods' foot is on the bottom rope. We get a guillotine by Riddle, a triangle by Riddle. Riddle drops Woods with a gut-wrench suplex. A suplex by Woods on Riddle. We get a cover and a near fall. Suplex by Woods, armbar attempt by Riddle. We got a third suplex by Woods when he catches Riddle. Cover and a near fall. Chops by Riddle. Works on Woods in the corner. Chops by Woods, back and forth by both. Double clothesline by Riddle and Woods. Riddle takes Woods outside the ring. Both are on the apron. Kicks by Riddle. Woods picks up Riddle. Death Valley driver on the apron by Woods on Riddle, which looked devastating. Elbow in the corner by Riddle. Launches Woods. Broton, but Woods' knees were up. Chops by Woods. Drops Riddle. Drop kick off the second rope by Woods. Cover and a near fall. Knee by Riddle. Back and forth counters when they try to, it looked like they were going to go for a tombstone. Drop kick in the corner by Woods. Woods plants Riddle to the mat. We get a cover and a near fall. Woods goes to the top. Riddle fights off Woods. We get a knee by Riddle. Then we get a release German suplex off the second rope by Riddle, which was the spot of the entire show, or the entire match, whatever you want to call it. Look, it was the spot of the match, but come on, this is the spot of the show. This was a badass spot. I loved that German suplex by Riddle on Woods from the second rope. We get a cover and a near fall. Riddle goes to the top. Then we get a floating bro, but Woods escapes. Elbow by Woods. We get a kick. We get a couple kicks by Woods. Chops by Woods. RKO. Yes, Matt Riddle hit the RKO on Xavier Woods. We get a cover and a win. Matt Riddle beats Xavier Woods. That was badass. I'm not going to lie. This was an awesome match. Both guys killed it. Riddle is amazing at what he does, and Xavier Woods is also amazing at what he does. Both showed their strengths. I really enjoyed this match. This match was executed phenomenally. So, yeah. I don't even know if that's a word. But whatever. So, yeah. Next match we got AJ Styles versus Jackson Riker. Who cares? We get a dropkick by Styles, a forearm by Styles in the corner. We get a cover and a near fall. Riker gets a little bit of offense. We get a slingshot suplex on Styles, a knee by Ryder, a dropkick on Riker outside the ring. Did I say Ryder before? I don't even know. A knee by Elias outside the ring without the referee seeing it. Knee by Riker and a cover and a win and wins the match. So Riker beats AJ Styles, who is a tag team champion. WWE does not know how to utilize their champions nowadays, in my opinion, besides Roman Reigns, and that's embarrassing. But yeah. Elias comes in, right? And basically what happens is basically he causes basically Styles the match. And he's hiding on the barricade. And what happens is that Omos is just standing behind him, which is really funny. The way he was just standing was hilarious. Attacks Elias and just chases Riker and Elias. And he runs really fast and drives Elias on the LED board. Honestly, this match did not bring my attention at all to this show. This show is really bad. I don't even want to review this show, but hey, I have a channel, so I'm going to be reviewing this show. Sheamus versus Humberto Carrillo. All right, the match starts. We get a kick by Sheamus. He works on Carrillo, drives Carrillo to the barricade. Carrillo fights back, right hands by Sheamus. Sheamus is working on Carrillo. Chops in the chest by Sheamus. Slap by Carrillo, right hands by Carrillo, drop kick by Carrillo. We get a suicide dive by Carrillo. Carrillo goes to the top, back elbow by Carrillo, covering a near fall. Sheamus causes a disqualification. Slam by Sheamus, then we get a clove relief by Sheamus. Ricochet later proceeds to attack Sheamus, goes to the top, and he hits a springboard 450 splash on Sheamus, which looked badass. So, yeah. We're almost done with this show because this show is really bad, and I really want to get this review over with. Literally, my tone is so low because of how bad this show is, because I'm just so not interested when I watch this show. But, I mean, it's WWE for you. You can tell by my Dynamite reviews and SmackDown reviews that my tone is a little bit higher, but when it comes to my Raw reviews, I'm like, oh, I don't care. Naya and Shayna backstage. Naya sounds so overscripted as well. Same thing as Shayna, and it kind of angers me. Naya basically states that last week was a fluke. Shayna blames Naya, and literally Naya calls Shayna a bully. Wow, what an insult. What an insult. And, Shayna just goes on a tirade and basically saying, Reginald keeps on interfering in our matches, all that crap. Who cares? Literally. All right, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Natalya and Tamina for the women's tag team titles. How many times have we seen this match? Honestly, we've seen this match 3 or 4 times already. I'm tired of seeing this match. I don't want to watch this crap anymore. First off, when Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler first lost the titles, everybody expected for Shayna Baszler to just ditch Nia Jax and go on to the main event scene and challenge, maybe Rio Ripley. Instead of Charlotte being in the Hell in a Cell match, why not have Shayna Baszler be in the Hell in a Cell match? You know what I mean? It's pure stupidity by these people. The fact that Shayna Baszler is not in the main event on any brand, Raw or SmackDown, is a crime. It is a crime. But yeah, whatever. Tamina and Naya start. Tag Shayna. Shayna and Tamina start. Tags Natalia. Natalia and Shayna start. We get a takedown by Natalia. Natalia drops Shayna. We get a cover and a 1 count. Shoulder tackle by Basler. Cover by Natalia. Roll up by Basler. 2 count. We got a couple bit of technical wrestling by both Naya and Shayna. We got a sharpshooter by Shayna. Targets the arm of Natalia. Natalia tags in. We get a leg drop on the arm of Natalia. Shayna tags in. Reginald tags in. German suplex by Natalia. Cover by Shayna. And, we're back from commercial. Shayna works on Natalia. Slam by Natalia. Both teams tag their partners. Tamina and Naya fight it out. Uppercut by Tamina. Super kick by Tamina. Tamina goes to the top. Naya comes in. Naya rolls up. 2 count. Shayna tags in. Works on Tamina. Naya tags in. Shayna tags in after that. Cover by Tamina. 2 count. Power slam by Tamina. Natalia tags in. We got a slingshot super kick and cover, and Nia Jax interferes. Nia and Tamina fight in the outside. Tamina gets thrown over the barricade. Discus clothesline by Natalia. Reginald comes in. Roll up by Shayna. Shayna sees Reginald and tells Reginald to leave. Once Reginald leaves, a freaking explosion occurs. And so I assume this is probably Alexa Bliss and her supernatural type stuff. So an explosion occurs, and then we get an inside cradle by Natalia on Shayna, and Natalia and Tamina retain the women's tag team titles. Shayna Baszler gets pinned again. Honestly, she gets pinned again. If don't have Shayna Baszler be pinned, bro. Have Nia get pinned, bro. the fact that you have to do Shayna Baszler dirty on this one is ridiculous. I honestly like they should. She deserves better in my opinion, but it's the main roster, and they just love who they want and they don't care. I guarantee you, if they booked this show in front of a live audience, I mean, everybody would crap on it, and I guarantee you they'd probably like just support Shayna Baszler the entire time, have her be cheered, and have her be the most over women in the women's division, in my opinion. But I mean, I don't know. That's just an assumption. I don't even know what the crowds are going to be like. I mean, when it comes to main roster WWE crowds, there are some cities like Tacoma, Washington that really don't know anything and are just quiet. Because like the NXT crowds and the main roster crowds are completely different. But hey, I mean, Shayna gets pinned and Natalya and Tamina retain the titles. Then she targets Reginald, that being Shayna Baszler, and challenges Reginald next week, and the show ends. This show was awful. The only good thing on the show was Riddle versus Xavier Woods. The entirety of this show was just bad, mainly because it was just full of rematches that nobody wants. Nobody wants rematches in this show, but it's Monday Night Raw, so only look. If you want the worst of television, watch this show. Literally, watch Monday Night Raw and see why it's the worst show on television in 2021. But yeah, that was my Monday Night Raw review from May 24th, 2021. Be on the lookout this week for my Double or Nothing predictions. Friday, we got SmackDown and Dynamite airing because, basically Dynamite is getting preempted. So what's going to happen is I came to a conclusion where I'm going to be posting my Dynamite review first and then my SmackDown reviews probably in one day. I don't know. I'm probably going to be uploading Dynamite on Saturday and then SmackDown on Sunday, but I'll see. Or I don't know what I'm going to do, but hey, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, we got Double or Nothing coming up this Sunday. That's going to be an awesome show. I'm so excited to see a live AEW crowd. And yeah, so please like. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So please like, subscribe, push that bell for notifications, comment down below, and subscribe. This is Broken Havoc. Signing out.